This year, I've been adding some more new habits into my life, and I've actually been pretty successful with it. So far so good. Stay tuned and I can do more tips on how I've been able to do it. But I've been researching habits of successful people, what they do, habits of healthy people, fit people, wealthy people. I want this whole wheel of health. And so I wanted to share some of the 10 tips and strategies that healthy people, happy people, and successful people do to have a better life. Let's talk about it. In the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I actually do have a video on my channel about that if you want to check it out, but author Stephen Covey says, sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. So it's all about your daily habits, and it stems from those choices. Eventually, you're going to create your own destiny. This idea is also reinforced by a business leader, John C. Maxwell, and he talks about that nobody finishes well or wins the race by accident, right? An intentional life embraces only the things that will add to our mission of significance. And then even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said that success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work and the right habits will lead you to success. And so I just wanted to start off with some of these quotes because I think it's really important to set the tone and to show that you have a choice and your habits are literally going to create your life. And so let's learn about what those successful habits are. Right, number 1, they are constantly learning and reading. And so 88% of wealthy people actually devote at least 30 minutes of their time to reading every single day. And typically this is with self-improvement. And so a lot of successful people and millionaires, they either read nonfiction books, they also read history books, they also read biographies, things of that nature. And so they are learning to grow, they're learning to develop as a person, and they're learning to learn information from the outside world that could help them. Number 2, they make time for personal pursuits before work. And so 92% of people said that they have a solid morning routine. And so a lot of people and successful people will talk about actually it's the nighttime routine and making sure you have your day scheduled. And some successful people will also talk about just do the hard thing first and do your work first. It doesn't matter if you do like 3 hours of meditation and yoga, but there is power in exercising. There is power in having a solid plan for your day and being intentional and starting off the day well. One reason for this can also be what you actually want to do in your life, especially if you're at a job that maybe you don't want to be at forever and you have these personal goals or pursuits, or you have a really long commute and then you have to sit at work all day, then you commute home and then you have kids activities. When are you going to work out, right? And so maybe you have an office that has a gym and you can go work out, but maybe you have to start the day off better by going and getting that exercise in. Go to the gym, work out at home, go outside for a run. Do the things first that you need to do to make yourself and your life more successful. No, this has really helped me too. And so they say eat the frogs first. And so the hardest things to do in your life, you want to do them first. And so that really helps me. I wake up, I have energy, and I used to do a lot of working out in the morning. I'm doing working out more in the afternoon right now. But what really helps is just what are my main tasks that I need to get done for my business, for my goals, for my life, whatever. And I do them right away. And so do the hard tasks first, then they're done. And then if things come up or stuff happens, at least you got what you needed to done. Number 3, they spend focused time every single day reflecting. And so I actually do this, and so I was really happy to hear this. I love just getting space and time for myself. And so many people, Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, talks about this. Jesse Itzler talks about this. Give yourself time and actually be intentional. In order to be intentional, you can't just react to life and never give yourself the time to think and to reflect and to gain clarity. Part of that is getting clarity on what you want. Are the actions that you're taking helping you? Help you absorb what's going on in the day or come up with a new idea or solve a problem. And so give yourself that time in the space, whether that is just walking or giving yourself quiet time, whether that's journaling, give yourself the time to reflect. Number 4, they have multiple goals and multiple streams of income. And so 65% of the 233 wealthy individuals that they surveyed had at least 3 income streams. And so some people can say, oh, you have to focus on one thing, these income streams, this is totally incorrect. But I get it. So I get what they were saying with that. That means maybe have one thing you're working on. Like right now, I'm working on YouTube. Don't have YouTube, don't have this thing and that thing and this thing, right? Have one thing that you're working on, right? But then you do want multiple income streams. You want to have, like, you could have products. You want to have then maybe investments. You want to maybe have real estate based on, or if you have a 9-to-5 job and it pays really, really well, then you invest in this type of investment and maybe this asset and this asset, right? You have multiple streams of income and sources coming in, right? And then you also have multiple goals. And so Andrew and Sean Johnson is the Olympian. I was watching something from them the other day, and they have like a 42-page of goals for this year. And so it's interesting. You might be like, that's too much. But honestly, if you put stuff down, you'd be surprised on what happened. If you put it down and then you actually checked in and tried to get a little bit done and were intentional, you'd be able to get more done. And so be intentional, have multiple goals for your life. And if you end up only getting like 40 pages done, then that's more than you would have gotten. And that's so much anyways. Number 5, they prioritize daily exercise. I used to exercise all the time, and then I didn't exercise as intensely for a little bit, and I would definitely get walks in, or I do some Pilates and stuff. But I've been going to the gym more frequently, 6 times a week, and honestly, feel amazing. No aches and pains. I feel stronger. My mind feels better. I feel more emotionally clear. I feel more focused. I feel happier. And some days, there's still those ups and down days that happen in life, but it's so true. Exercise leads to the secretion of neurotransmitters that promote mental clarity and improved attention span. There's so many benefits of exercise. It's insane. Your physical, your emotional, your mental, all this stuff, to not have pain, to be able to age well. It's seriously crucial. And so if you do one habit, I know that sometimes if you have kids, like I had my son, and then we also had some other goals going on, that was one thing that maybe started taking the back seat when it used to be always the front seat. And it wasn't that it never happened, but when you are really going after it in the gym and you are really taking care of yourself, it shows up in every aspect of your life, and you're going to feel so much better, and you're going to be able to perform better and just actually feel good, right? We talk about all the time, you don't just want to be rich, you want to be healthy and feel good and actually enjoy it as well. So exercise, it will do wonders for your entire life. 6, they organize their time and their effort. And so when it comes to habits of highly successful people, time management is the key, right? You want to be intentional. You want to figure out what you need to do, but then you actually need to manage your time. And so employ time blocking. I have a video on my channel if you're interested in that. That's where you block out your time, you block out your days, you have a block schedule, whatever. You identify personal and professional pursuits and you put them down. You tackle more challenging and harder tasks first. So many successful people talk about this. What are your 3 hardest tasks, or the 3 things you need to get done? And then you do them. And then create an environment with little or no opportunities for interruptions. And so where can you get the most focused time? How many of you can attest to this? If you are just by yourself and working, you get more done quicker. If you just get there, get focused, and you're done, right? You might not need 8 hours in a day, or you might have 8 hours to do a ton more, right? But you need that time and that focused time. 7, they surround themselves with like-minded people. And so I talked about this. Who you are around can be what you become, or it could be the standard, right? If someone's eating really healthy and they're exercising and you're around them all the time, that's going to push you potentially, depending on your personality, to do more. If you're a high performer at work, you are going to influence someone else to be a high performer. It's just how it works. And even the ideas and the concepts and the things that are coming into your mind frame make a difference. Like before technology, I didn't have access to some of these people, and maybe I could have read some books, but I didn't have access to the way some people think or what they're actually doing. There's so many ways you can live your life. And so be around the people and start letting those things and those ideas come into your mind, and it will truly change how you show up and what you do in your own life. Number 8, they attract success by serving other people. And so this is so true. This has been a core foundation that my family and my parents taught me, that the school I went to, it was ut prosim, that I may serve. And I've just seen that, right? And you feel so much better when you are serving and taking care of other people. And so many successful people actually are philanthropists. There's multiple reasons for this. Like when you are wealthy, you also want to find a way to give back. There's tax benefits. There's so many different things. And you just feel good. If you have a lot of money, one of the best, or just in life, if you're ever feeling down, one of the best things you could do is help somebody else. You're seriously going to feel amazing. Someone said, just go to Starbucks, pay for the person in front of you, go pick up trash, call a friend, see how you can help them, right? And so by serving others, that is the only way we can positively continue returning to them, right? This mindset is called the law of attraction. And so the belief that positivity out and service out is going to get positivity back in. And whatever you focus on, think about, and talk about, you're going to attract more of in your life. And so this has to do with just the law of attraction, right? What are you attracting? What type of person do you want to be? This is rooted in Christianity. This is rooted in everything. Who are you going to be? We're here to help people and serve and love one another, right? And so if you do that, that's actually going to help the planet, but it's also going to help yourself because you're probably going to get more of that back in your life. If you're a negative, stingy person, then why would you get positivity, light, service, and support in your own life? If you're serving, supporting, and helping other people, that's what you're going to get in return. And even if you don't get that in return, you probably will. But honestly, I can't tell you enough, and you probably can tell me yourself that serving and helping somebody else is literally one of the best things you can do in your life. It makes you feel so, so good. Number 9, they commit to taking care of themselves. And so we talked about this in Stephen Covey's Highly Successful People, 7 Habits. And so you want to take care of yourself, exercise, make sure you're eating well, make sure you're sleeping well, make sure you're planning your life. You are your greatest asset. I have a video on my channel about that. You are the asset. And so take care of yourself, believe in that, and nurture yourself so you can be confident, so you can use your gifts and you can do what you're meant to do in this world. Lastly, number 10 is gratitude. And so positive thinking and having gratitude is essential for success. And so many people talk about the success mindset and working on those negative thoughts and all these things and having a growth mindset. And I have tons of videos on my channel and I'll be doing more about that, but it's critical for success. Napoleon Hill, who's the author of Think and Grow Rich, he says a positive mind finds a way it can be done, and a negative mind looks for ways that it can't be done. And so have gratitude and appreciate what you already have, but also look for the good, find the good, look for the opportunity, and you will see opportunities all around. Great, so those were 10 powerful habits for 2024 and for any time in your life. I hope they were helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below if any resonated. If you have any questions, feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, share with a friend, subscribe for more, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when a new video comes out, and I will see you in the next video. Keep learning, working, and growing. You've got this. Bye, guys.